The warmest temperatures that we've seen all year long are coming our way today and possibly even tomorrow too, as some places are going to see heat index values get close to 100 degrees today and also tomorrow in parts of the Carolinas. Then we get a storm chance tomorrow afternoon. Some of those could be severe, and possibly even today too we have a storm chance, and then a late week cool down is coming our way for everybody towards the end of next week and going into the following weekend. Right now though, it's 10:01 on your Friday morning. The Columbia radar site is down, so we're having to use the Charleston radar, and you see even that radar site's acting kind of funky today. We have cloud cover in the upstate. That's keeping that area of the state relatively cool, whereas places in the Midlands and in the east are staying warm this afternoon. Temperatures are going to be hot today, as many of us are going to be in the low 90s for the actual air temperature. And you combine that with the dew point. Look at the dew points today. They're going crazy. Upper 60s to low 70s, even mid 70s for the coast today. That's where we're going to see the best chance of seeing the heat index values get close to 100 degrees. Now, we don't have a heat advisory in effect. That's only for heat index values close to 110. We're not seeing that today, but we probably will be seeing that sometime later on in the summer. Today, heat index values have actually cooled down from where they were predicted yesterday, so we're seeing heat index values on average today around 90 to 95, possibly up to 99, and some of those areas along the coast are going to see heat index values get very close to 100 degrees, especially a couple miles inland from the coast. That's where the best chance of seeing very warm temperatures will be. We also have the chance of severe weather today. The best chance is going to be in the upstate, particularly in the mountains, and there's actually a severe weather outbreak that's going to come out of this in the Midwest into the Plains states this afternoon. We won't be dealing with any of that, but I do want to call your attention to this. Here's the energy that we have in the atmosphere. It's called CAPE in meteorology. You might even hear some people refer to it as storm fuel, but really it's just CAPE. And usually when I show you this, I tell you the values over 1,000 is where we start to get concerned. Today we have values over 2,000 to 3,000, even 4,000 up in Shiraz. So what this means is, well, we actually have a cap today in the atmosphere, and if that cap breaks and we get thunderstorms to develop, that's going to make these storms get strong very quickly, although it's really a guessing game at this point. What if that cap breaks? It could or it couldn't, so we'll see, but right now I have my doubts, and we'll see if that cap actually breaks. But if it does, do expect storms to fire up pretty quickly. And then tomorrow we have a storm chance for most of South Carolina. The exception will be the low country, the real low country, such as Beaufort and Jasper counties. And the best chance is going to be in southeastern North Carolina, Fayetteville, Lumberton, Wilmington, up into Greenville, North Carolina, and even parts of South Carolina, including Bennettsville and Dillon, are going to get in on this slight risk of severe weather, although it's likely the Storm Prediction Center is going to trim that slight risk back, as some of the model data is suggesting that it is likely. So our 7-day forecast looks like this. We have 90s coming our way for the next couple of days over the weekend. That's where we have a rain chance that's too low to put it in the 7-day forecast, but it's still there. Monday, we're in the 90s again, and then the rest of next week is looking nice until we get to Wednesday. That's when our next chance of storms comes in. It'll be an isolated chance, nothing severe, and then after that rolls through, we get a cool down by the end of next week. So temperatures are going to be in the low 80s in the afternoon, maybe even just the upper 70s on Friday, and then in the morning we're going to be in the 60s, possibly even the 50s for next Friday afternoon. That's a look at your forecast. Stay tuned for the latest severe weather information.